Y'all, I made $9,000 in the month of December and I took 2.5 weeks off. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 sales from my time off, but then also strategies that I use to be able to take time off. As a small business, as a reseller, it's team of one. I do have 2 virtual assistants. However, they're not employees. They are not at my house, so they cannot ship for me. And then because they're virtual assistants, there's certain capabilities within eBay, within Poshmark that they do not have access to and I still have to do. So it is imperative to be able to take time off so that we don't burn out. But for our business, we don't want it to be impacted. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 things that I do to prep in order to be able to work minimal hours but have consistent sales. Y'all, $9,000 in a month and not working half of it, sign me up. And then at the end of the video, I'll share my top 5 sales from that time period that I was off. So let's take a peek real quick at my December. This is my December. If you're new to the channel, this is a Sarah Style Sales and Trends dashboard. You can purchase it down below. It's a Google Sheet. You don't have to buy a new one every year. I'm doing a huge sale right now for it as well. But just kind of track and manage your store's health or your business's health, because you can have up to 25 platforms. $9,092, friends. I did not quite hit my goal. Look at that reseller nirvana. If you guys follow Chris at Daily Refinement, getting to reseller nirvana is like bliss. I've been working really hard. This is 279 items sold and I listed 283 items. Now, Sarah, how did you stay consistent? How did you continue to make sales even though you were not working? So here's the things, friends. I was still at home, so I was still shipping and I was still launching drafts, right? That's it. Answering questions here and there and sending offers as time allowed. But as far as other kinds of working, you know, I'm talking maybe 30 minutes a day on my own schedule from my phone, minus shipping, obviously, right? So the things that I did is get ahead on photos. Here's the thing. I do have a virtual assistant that lists drafts for me. If you don't have a virtual assistant to create drafts, this would essentially be getting ahead on drafts, making sure that you have enough drafts that you can still list every single day, or list to your normal consistency on Poshmark and eBay. This allowed me to still have items going up daily. There's some talk on whether you should do this or not. We'll get into that in a different video, but I do still list every single day. So I have to have enough photos for my virtual assistants to be able to create drafts from, right? So if you like I said, if you list, you need to make sure to have your drafts ahead. If you're doing it in eBay, you don't want to have them for more than 3 weeks is what I've heard. So if you are going to be gone longer than 3 weeks, find a different way than storing them in eBay. eBay will slowly start to get rid of them. If you are going to have them longer than 3 weeks, you can schedule them ahead. You have to pay for that, but that'll keep it a little bit longer. If you want to schedule it ahead and then go in and launch it before the scheduling time and take that off, then you don't have to pay for it. But going through and calculating how many I need, I list 12 items every single day. That's 84 a week. That means that I need to have 84 times 3 weeks ahead to be able to send them photos when they are ready for it. The second thing is work on your shipping processes, friends. Taking time off, like I said, the shipping is in my house, so I'm not going to pay someone to do it for me because I'm already here. If I was having to go somewhere, maybe I would think about it, but I'm already here, right? It takes me not that long. But the thing that helps me ship every single day and not have to take time away and ship in minimal time is working on your shipping processes, friends. So go ahead and work on your shipping processes. I'll share a couple of things that help me in my shipping process. So using a SKU system has significantly helped me. It helps me find items. It helps me be able to quickly ship the items. Having everything in one place, if that's workable for you, is helpful as well. And having all your items, you know, I have a storage space that has all of my shipping supplies in one place. Bulk shipping, friends, if you are not using bulk shipping on Poshmark and on eBay, you are disservicing yourself. Doing these things decrease my shipping from 5 minutes to 2 minutes because I was was able, because I was doing these things. And if you can ship items in 2 minutes an item, obviously it depends on what you sell, but if you can ship in 2 minutes an item, even when I sold 10 items at one day, I was able to do it in 20 minutes. So I was still taking time off, only taking 20 minutes out of my day to be able to ship on my timeline. Whenever I had, I'd get up in the morning and do it, and then we'd go do something, an activity with the kids. The third thing is, did I have? Oh, I didn't write down a third thing. I told you guys 3 things at the beginning of the video, and I only wrote down 2. So let's go ahead and take a look at my best sales during this time period. Friends, this was pretty legit. Hello, Gucci, $234 sale. These actually sold for an offer of $199, which is completely reasonable. Oh, let me scroll up so you guys can see. They are Gucci, women's Gucci. I mean, they had like 6 swatchers on them. Kate Spade shoes. What's interesting about some of these sales is they're kind of fancier stuff. And these were, so those first 2 were like into January, so it wasn't for like Christmas parties. It was past New Year's Eve. But I've had quite a few like higher price. You'll see a couple more, but I've quite a few like fancier things. I don't know if people are like headed into the office more now than they've been in the past, or let me know what you guys think. This one is not an impressive sale from the sense of a dollar amount, right? It was actually an offer for like $25. This is an impressive sale because this I have had for 2 or 3 years, and I did a new strategy. I'll link up above my sell similar strategy and how to figure out what's right for you. Look at your analytics and try it out. But this I've had for so long. This sold because I ended it and I did a sell similar. So that I wanted to share that. I have quite a few others that are doing the same things as well from my sell similar strategy, but I wanted to include this one, not because it's like a high price item or anything really fancy. What's interesting about it though is this is more like of a summer look, right? So a lot of people tend to take vacations into January. I've sold a couple bathing suits in January, get out of the snow, go somewhere nice. You might start selling your summer stuff, which is a reason that if you have the item listed, you don't necessarily wait seasonal. Like for me, if I have a bunch of jackets, I'll list those first because you have a better chance right now of those selling, but I'm not going to keep summer stuff until the summer. If I have it, I'm going to list it. It cannot sell if you do not list it. This is a pair of Athleta pants, and I want to share with you exactly what they are because these sold for an offer for $45, and some Athleta I think I'm shipping out a pair like yesterday that sold for $12. These Athleta sold for $45. So a couple things to look for. These are like more work, not like leggings, more like pants. So those tend to sell a little bit higher. And then the other thing, can you see it here? So the other thing is kind of hard. There we go. I'll pull it up for you guys. Hold on. It's not, there we go. The other thing you can see here says SP20. This is telling you what season it's in. So for certain mall brands or lower end items, if it's a year or 2 old, I'll probably still pick it up. It's likely going to sell a little bit higher because it's a current brand or current style. If you don't know all of the styles, which there's no way that you can, this is a quick trick to do. Quite a few different brands will put the season in there as well. So if you're like, oh, I don't know, is this worth it? Look for the, right here, you can see, look for the style date. And then the last one, like I said, friends, this sold for $100, so 50% off, but it was still $100. I got it at the bins, but it's a tuxedo, friends. So I don't know where people are going. It's not wedding season. The holidays are over, but I'm selling a little bit more things like that. Let me know what you guys have been selling. If you like this video, YouTube thinks you'd also like this video. I'll link a playlist down here of how to make money reselling, and then make sure to hit that subscribe button.